Okay, now there are many mistakes that are made with this sort of thing here, mainly due to a lack of clarity with the rules. The first thing I'm going to do before I try out any U-Butte dodgy methods of doing this is to see what this sum actually equals in its base values. Now, the 3 squared is equal to 9, because that's 3 times 3. Now, 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 8. So when I multiply those two together, I get 72. So whatever I end up with, if I manage to get 72 as an answer, then my method is probably correct. If I get anything other than 72, it's incorrect. Alright, so let's just have a look at some of the possible mistakes. The first one is, of course, to multiply the two base numbers here, which gives me 6, and then add the two indices, which is equal to 5. Very common mistake. However, unfortunately, while it looks good, this is actually equal to 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that's equal to, but it's a very big number. Now, we could just take one of the two bases and add up the indices, but unfortunately 3 to the power of 5 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Oops, it's a very dodgy looking 3. Times 3. That's 3 times 3 is 9, 27, 81, 243. So that one's equal to 243. So far we've seen that this one is way out. This one is also way out. Let's try taking the base 2, and adding up the indices for 5 there. So that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and that's equal to 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32. So that's no good either. And lucky last, what we can do is try to stick the two numbers together and add the indices. That's an extremely dodgy thing to do, and we can see that that is equal to 32 times 32 times 32 times 32 times 32, which is a hideously large number and nowhere near to 72. So none of these methods work. Oops, needed a red for that one. So what that tells us is that if the bases aren't the same here, we can't add these indices at all. We just need to leave that as 3 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 3, and that's all we can do with it.